Right, in which case we have the next lesson, which is Sports and Societies Officer. So Billy and Jamie would like to come up. You'll be speaking first.
Me.
Yeah, so you have 5 minutes, beginning when you start speaking.
Good evening. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Billy. I'm a second-year geographer, and if you do know me, you probably know that I played lots of sport throughout Johns, and I want to take that further to the next level by becoming your new Sports and Societies Officer. As you, for those of you who've seen my manifesto, my priority is, in this role, to organise a St John's College online store for sports and stash equipment, which would be specific team kit for all the different varieties of teams, but also like a general Team Johns kit. I really want to push for this because in my experience, kit orders in the first term of each year can experience lots of delays, and it can come to the second and sometimes third term before you even get your team kit together. So it would make more sense to have this all set up before term starts. And I was hoping to do this with some help from a sponsor. The store and the sponsor will be set up over summer, and aside from that, I put my efforts into representing all sports and societies fairly within the SJCR, middlemanning any relevant communications, increasing publicity of fixtures, results, meetings and events through the newsletter from all the captains and chairs that wish their events and fixtures to be promoted. In terms of the online store, I plan to achieve this by using a provider such as O'Neill's or Kukri. I've been in contact with the representative from O'Neill's for the North East region already, and he's given me all the relevant information in terms of minimum orders, prices, etc. I'd look into other providers, of course, to ensure that Johns gets a competitive deal, but I'm pretty optimistic about the progress so far. For example, the O'Neill's representative was able to tell me that they're happy to provide discount codes for certain time periods, such as Freshers Week, to really push through lots of orders and get this sort of Team Johns vibe going. And that's what I really want to do. I think a general kit will improve like the Team Johns image. In terms of sponsorship, I've spoken with Katrina Bass about this, because that's something she pushed for in her time 2 years ago. And she said the best way to approach this would be through the alumni network that Johns has, because it's got quite a strong alumni network, lots of contacts, and to push out an email asking whether any previous students that work for a company or firm that would want to sponsor Johns. This is the best way to sort of keep it within the Johns family. They'll be much more willing to push some sponsorship through that way. And this sponsorship would be used to subsidise initial kit and equipment payments, because through the online system a bulk order is necessary for the first order before kit is then available online for individual purchase. So that's what the sponsorship would go towards. And in terms of societies, I know I've spoken a lot about sports so far because I think sports far outnumber societies in Johns, but nonetheless I have spoken with representatives of some of Johns societies, including Jem for JMS and Angus for CU, and I think their view was that the societies are more able to run themselves than the sports, but they would like more publicity through the weekly newsletter, so that's something I'd push for them. As such, this would be the focus to promote events and meetings and things like that, and then also to middleman any communications that they require to the SJCR. Finally, so I've held positions of responsibility for Johns in the past, such as team captaincy and as a FREP, and I feel like this experience and my desire to expand the Team Johns image makes me the best candidate for Sports and Societies Officer. Thank you for listening.
First, may I just apologise, my voice is horrendous at the moment, so if it cracks or loses my voice, I'm really sorry. Right, let's start. So for those who don't know me, I'm Jamie, and I'm a second year student studying economics and psychology, and I would like to be your next SJCR Sports and Societies Officer. Okay, so far at Johns, I've loved taking part in the sports and societies on offer, as they are a great way to take a break from academic work whilst having fun and keeping fit. Unlike the more pressured DU level, everyone who wants to take part here can with ease, and there is a great sense of college spirit which I aim to strengthen if elected. College sports and societies are a great way to meet people in Johns who you may not otherwise meet. So I endeavour to place a greater emphasis on promoting sports and societies here to bring our year groups and friendship groups closer together. In Johns, I am currently the captain of athletics and cross country, as well as on the JMS committee. From this, I have developed my understanding of how sports and societies work in college, and so I will use this to represent your interests within the SJCR and Team Durham. As a firm believer in John's spirit, demonstrated by our team singing of cross-country roads as loud as possible on most cross-country runs, I feel like this spirit could be even stronger across the board by having more support for one another at society events and sports matches. To help achieve this, if elected, I will better publicise events and results using an official John's Sports and Societies Facebook page, which all college members would be encouraged to use to be a member of, similar in nature to the freshers pages. This would be updated daily by members of the SJCR so that everyone is kept in the loop. Furthermore, if elected, I would like to encourage the whole of John's to try new sports and societies. As the saying goes, you'll never know unless you try. Also, starting up new sports and societies and amending current ones could not be easier, as I found out when I incorporated athletics into our cross-country club this year. I would like the whole of John's to know this, which I will promote as the SJCR Sports and Societies Officer so that our college can be the most diverse in this area out of all colleges. And now my favourite bit. Last but not least, if you choose to elect me, I would love to set up an intercollegiate athletics day, Hill versus Bailey, in the summer after exams. This would be an amazing day of competition against your friends in John's and in all other colleges. For those not competing, I also hope to bring food, drinks and accompanying entertainment for all. Before I conclude, I've added 2 bits when I was here. I just wanted to say also I'm living in next year, so I'll be on hand all the time. I know it's not a spec, but it's always useful. And I recently got told by Ed that there's a big new sports development happening for the whole of the Durham University over the coming next year. And I want to be on hand to relay that development information to you guys through Facebook and emails. So to conclude, sports and societies are such an integral part of the SJCR, and they will only get better. I hope you will vote for me to be your next Sports and Societies Officer. Thank you.
Fantastic. Do we have any questions for both candidates? Tom Chan.
What would you do to encourage people from not just the undergraduate community but also the MCR and CCR to involve in sports and societies? Is there anything more you can do that
Jamie,
okay, so part of this Facebook page that I want to have, it's not just for the SJCR. Well, as in, like, it wouldn't just be for undergraduates, it'd also be for postgraduates and Erasmus, so they'd be able to take part. And also, when I was looking to do the gym rep at the beginning of this year, but I didn't go for it in the end because of work and everything, I got an email from one of the MCR, one of the postgrads, asking if they could set up a new sport, which I passed on to their head of services, Carl. I don't know if that's gone through or not, but it wasn't my position to say. But I know there is a lot of participation wanting from the MCR and from Erasmus, so I'd like to incorporate them so we can make John's more of a one college rather than 3 individual bits that I feel like it can sometimes be at the moment. So use that using the Facebook page.
Yeah, I completely agree. I've played sport in teams where there have been representatives from MCR and Cranmer Hall, and they are invaluable to the teams. There's always a shortage of players in some sort of team, and they're always willing to play. So people like Boya Hadari and Andy Corkill, who I'd use to sort of spread the message throughout their sort of groups, particularly in Freshers Week, where we have the big sports and societies fair. It's really just to push through that they are completely welcome, and we would want them to be involved. So that's how I push that through. Use the connections to encourage the attendance at that meeting.
Fantastic. Any other questions? Yeah, Ed?
A big part of the role I found was basically going to a lot of boring meetings with Team Durham and having quite a good relationship with the college sport officers. Like, how good are you at building relationships and how would you work with them?
Is it me? Yeah. Well, in terms of the Team Durham college sports representatives, I have been in contact with them like just throughout this year as a team captain. So I know the way that sort of works. So I'd be able to build on that relationship for the new officers next year. And in terms of attending meetings, I'm quite excited about the new development at MC and the way that they're planning on changing Winning Hill as well for the new sports facilities. So I'd be quite happy to go to those meetings and represent John's in terms of those developments.
Yeah, building on from what Billy just said, I've been cross-country captain and tried to make the runs intercollegiate because I think it's more fun to run with people maybe not in college too, and you might not necessarily want to do duats, Durham University athletics and cross-country, because that might be a bit high pressure. So I've already got in contact with running captains from different colleges. Seeing that I want to set up this intercollegiate athletics sports day in the summer, I'm going to be getting in contact with all of the sports and societies officers if I'm elected very early on. So I hope that I can build the relationship with them quite quickly so it can be quite successful.
Fantastic. Any more questions? No? In which case, well done to those candidates. Fantastic. So we move on to wealth.